Punk Revolution now. Today I have a very messed up story for you. Viewer discretion is advised, but it has to be shared with the world because it is important to air these things out rather than bottle them inside, according to psychologists. It all starts about a week and a half ago when I received extremely credible information from multiple sources that Anthony Fantano, the YouTuber who goes by the Needle Drop, you may have heard of him. I received highly credible information that he had passed away. And this was obviously extremely traumatizing for me because I had just found out that I went from the second most famous music critic to the first most famous YouTube music critic, which was obviously a lot to digest. But the point is it was messed up to find out that he had passed away in the manner that he did. The details don't matter. What matters is basically, well, let me continue the story, and things will make sense as soon as I can. I was on my way to the grocery store. I was shopping, buying my vegetables and fruit, as I do, and nuts, and soy, lint, and tofu. I'm vegan. Anthony Fantano is vegan too, so maybe that's why he ran into me there. I was picking out some mangoes, and then all of a sudden I hear Anthony Fantano say, "Punk Revolution now?" And I was like, Anthony Fantano, I am so grateful to see you right now because I had thought you had passed away. And the fact that you are still here is such a relief. I am so grateful to see you. And the thing with Anthony Fantano is he doesn't have very much empathy. So for me, I was expecting him to come give me a hug and be like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry that you've spent the past week mourning for me. That was misinformation that got out of hand." But instead he gets freaking mad at me. And he's like, "You told everybody that I passed away!" And I'm like, I'm so grateful to find out you didn't pass away. I was misled. I was trying to report on the truth. I was just trying to stick up for doing the right thing. And he's like, "You are constantly making me go crazy. This is why I'm bald. It's because I'm stressed by people like you." And then at this point, obviously, I'm getting terrified because I'm someone who never raises my voice. And then to see a grown man who's like 40 years old in the grocery store making a scene was terrifying. So that was what was going on. And then I tried to explain to him that it was a mistake or whatever, and he was just going on. And then I was like, can't we just put all of this in the past and just focus on how grateful we are that we're together? And I'm a mature adult, and I'm happy to be friends. And Anthony Fantano, I don't even know what the heck. Anthony Fantano says, "If you post that I passed away when I didn't, then I need to give you the melon treatment." He said, "If you're gonna troll me by posting that I passed away when I didn't pass away, I'm going to have to..." And then Anthony Fantano turned around, bent over like this, and he pulled his pants down to his ankles and his underwear. And he showed me his entire bottom. I screamed, obviously. And immediately, the grocery store security was like, hey, stop that!" And Anthony Fantano did this. Imagine my chest are his cheeks, left cheek, right cheek. He was like this. He was slapping it like a nutso. And the security guard was sprinting over as fast as they could. And it was kind of a blur, so my memory is not perfect. But I remember the security guard dove at Anthony Fantano. And right before the security guard made it to Anthony Fantano, Anthony Fantano, I didn't even know this was possible. Anthony Fantano opened his melon and showed me his hole. And when he did it, it made a noise like this. And then the security guard knocked him down and handcuffed him. So you might be seeing on Twitter that Anthony Fantano is very cranky this week. He's fighting with a lot of music fans on Twitter because he gave an album a high score that people disagree with, whatever. Just really classic stuff. Anthony Fantano is like fighting with like dozens of strangers on Twitter trying to justify a score. It's like, I don't understand that behavior. I have people who disagree with me all the time on my reviews, and I respectfully disagree, and we move on, even though I know I'm right. Anthony Fantano is wrong with his reviews often the time, and then he's an insecure person who feels the need to fight in the comments. That's not what I'm here to talk about. The point is that Anthony Fantano flashed, he mooned me and more. He did whatever the heck that was. So, Anthony Fantano, I need you to understand. My message about you passing away came from a place of love. And maybe it was an incorrect message, and maybe the message was wrong because you're clearly alive. But you do not do that to someone. You do not moon them. You do not flash them. That is illegal. And it's going to take me a long time to... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I am never going to get that image out of my head. And now I know why they call you Melon. My life went from thinking that my rival had passed away to finding out that he was still alive by running into him at the grocery store. I was extremely grateful for that, but then he did that to me. And yes, I'm going to need therapy because that's a lot to take in for a young boy like me. And Anthony Fantano is getting close to 50 years old. Which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with being 50. There's nothing wrong with being 50. There is something wrong with being 50 and attacking a punk rocker who's a young little punk rocker like me. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm just trying to soak that all in. And I don't mean to cause horror and damage to YouTube. But it needed to be shared because, well, the music community is a small community, and I need you to be safe out there. So, good news, Anthony Fantano's still alive. Bad news, he needs medical help in his brain. Something's wrong. And I'm going to keep my video up saying that he's still alive because that's a part that I'm going to keep the video up saying that he passed away because that's a part of YouTube history now. That's important. People watch that so they understand. I'm obviously too scared to go to that grocery store ever again. I don't know why he was there, but point is that happened. Okay, thank you so much for watching Punk Revolution now, and be careful for if you see Anthony Fantano and don't tell him anything that I told you. Bye.